Gotcha. Okay, perfect.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Andrew. I'm a current sophomore at Columbia University in New York, and I had the pleasure of taking the Advanced Humanities Pre-Collegiate Humanities Seminar at Stanford University with Nick Romeo a few years ago, where he introduced 20 high school students over the course of 10 weeks to what philosophy really was through a combination of ancient Greek philosophy as well as philosophy of minds. And honestly, that class was the turning point in my passions for the humanities and philosophy especially. And it really came down to how well Nick Romeo introduced these classic texts to us as a form of a dialogue with the whole class, as well as some wonderful little mini lectures where he gave us the context from his academic background. So as for his teaching style, I would really describe it as a college level seminar with your favorite high school teacher. And the reason I say that is because he used these very dense, real philosophical classics, Plato's Republic, Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics, and he brought us with our own high school knowledge levels to that college context. And the way he would do that is by treating us with an intense kind of warmth and kindness, and it gave us the trust to put our ideas and our own commentary on the texts, even if we weren't used to making them about the texts. And he almost elevated it by reacting to it in the normal day-to-day conversation way that he could, as well as bringing in some sort of academic discipline to it by teaching us the next level of the text. For instance, with his master's degrees in philosophy and English, he would be able to bring a level of context of the history of these texts, as well as these wonderful little Greek vocabulary lessons and connecting them to the key themes of the book and adding to our own. The best part of this class was not the reading seat picked, nor the fact that it was hosted by Stanford. It was that he brought himself and his own passions for ancient Greek studies, philosophy studies, to the course. And I heard that he's teaching this course in the spring for ancient Greek philosophy, and I feel he's one of the most qualified people to do this, because not only was he a high school teacher at one of the most prestigious high schools in California here for 2 years, he was also a master's degree in philosophy and English. He writes for the New Yorker, the National Geographic, the Times, as well as living a really full life. For instance, he was even working for a concert hall. He really knows both the academic version of all these texts and how you can apply them to your own life, even if you're not studying philosophy. For me, I'm very glad I took this because I'm honestly a computer science and education major. The humanities wasn't for me. I never considered myself a humanities student. And actually this course and what came after, which was he actually continued his relationship with me and a few other students, and we were having these wonderful reading clubs and book clubs about other texts. It got me into the humanities as a key part of my life, not just for the grade or for getting into college. It actually changed the way I approach life for the better, and I really value and I really believe that everyone needs to have that experience. And as for in my university, we have these core classes where we study these texts like Plato's Republic, Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics, and what happened is by already going through these texts at such a detailed level, I was able to bring in these extra lessons I learned from Nick or from my peers in the class to these college level university classes. And honestly, I preferred the way that Nick taught them because there was more of a real connection to each other in the class because he facilitated that. While our Stanford class did not have any writing assignments, I felt that the feedback to my arguments that he provided in the class really shaped the essays I would later go on to write anyway in college. And now my philosophy and English classes are some of my actually best grades in university, and I have a huge part to thanks for that. Honestly, I really implore you to take this course because the version of it that he presented to me really changed my life, and now for the past 4 years I've actually enjoyed Nick as a really close friend too. And I believe that if you are at all passionate into philosophy or the humanities as a whole, or you just want to learn a little bit more about it, that not only will you gain an academic rigor and a preview of what the college experience is like, but you also will have a new perspective on the world as a whole, make a few new friends because the people that will take this course usually self-select into being pretty rad, awesome people, as well as being able to soak in Nick's like essence and all his life experience as well as academic